Can you hear me?
Hello.
Good. The simulation appears to
Testing.
be working.
Can you hear me out there?
Memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try
Wow.
to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
What the hell is this place? Are they neurons and synapses
There.
and stuff? Oh
This
wow.
is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Whoa. This is cool. I can't say it's anything like I'd ever expect from Fallout, but it's pretty awesome.
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Ew. Yeah, okay.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings.
Oh. That's
I never knew what
not
happened
good.
to her after I left. I didn't want to know.
So is this Kellogg then?
Not then.
Yeah, me. Okay.
I was such a dummy back then.
Can I take those
What did
magazines?
I know
They'd be
about
worth
how
a
the
lot.
world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules.
You grew up in
But
California?
really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. It doesn't matter now, though. On the goddamn radio! Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole. I'm trying to sleep.
Kellogg's dad was a dick? Sounds that way.
What a joke.
They just become citizens of
that mean?
NCR.
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days, like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop sending you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a
Well.
good boy. And all that on the radio. All useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands.
Well, he definitely
You need
took
to
that to
learn
heart.
to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There
Well, this-
appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There.
Where?
Try that one.
Oh, yeah. This is really cool, though. This is something completely different. I love this. Hello? It's me.
The thing
Kellogg.
about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone.
You had a family?
I mean,
You had a
may
baby?
think to yourself that you're happy, but
In
you don't
Frisco?
really believe it. You focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah. You've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never...
Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second.
Worried about her before.
So
Must
he
be my
did try
mama
to do
instincts
good by
kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got her.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
So he grew up in, he was raised in a bad place, but his mum tried to protect him, and then he grew up and did try and do right by like people he loved, and he even had a kid and he tried to do good, but what the hell happened?
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs.
Oh shit.
And you weren't there to help them.
So
I found another memory to try.
oh,
I'll
it's
connect
pretty
you.
dark. So somebody killed his family? Wow. How did he get involved with the Institute, though? I mean, it's more a tragedy up until now.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself. There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. A little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
Still seems like a tragedy to me.
I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it. So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
That's when he became a mercenary. He was just running security when he was trying to, support his family, and then somebody, God knows who, killed his family, and he ran away from San Francisco and become a mercenary? Maybe?
Mr. Kellogg, I'm
hello.
glad you decided to meet with me.
The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but You have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. So, I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming. You're with the... You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement. Suited me just fine. The Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
Oh, crap. Let's take out 3 synths. Why not?
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something.
Okay, so,
We're running out of brain here.
running out of brain.
Ah,
So-
there's one that looks to stay intact. Connecting
Okay.
now.
So he, after like he travelled east, like becoming a mercenary and stuff, he got paid to do runs against the Institute, and he basically, bribed his way in, or threatened his way in, or just proved himself good enough.
Manual override initiated.
I recognise here.
I'll try to locate another memory as quickly as I can. Please try to remain calm.
That's good. Checking through the logs.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
Hopefully it's...
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
Just
Find it.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends.
So you did leave the
Too
rest to
bad he
die.
left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
You refroze me, killed everybody else.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
So even though he works for the Institute, he didn't like him.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never like to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
Yeah, but at least then she would have been able to help me find
the
you
one.
and get her kid back.
Here.
Open it.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's gonna be fine.
Come here. Come here.
Wait. No. I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only gonna tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean.
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence.
See, what does he mean by that? He's got Sean.
What's the holdup?
What does he mean by...
Almost
he's
finished,
got-
Kellogg. I
he's
just
got the
need to
back at
confirm.
me.
Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found
Third
another
time?
intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
This is his apartment that me and Nick searched.
Is
that
that
Sean?
your son?
Wasn't my
Supposed to be
idea
very
to settle
recent
down
memory.
with the kid in the middle of Diamond
Good
City.
news, I think.
I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long. His whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's.
Who's the old man?
Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Who's the old man? And why was Sean just bait for me? What are we doing here? Me? Oh, hello.
Kellogg. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple.
I'm gonna have
Smarter,
to fight that guy, ain't I?
stronger, and faster than almost any real human.
And it's gonna be tough.
I'm just glad they were always on my side. It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
I'm gonna have to find that guy, ain't I?
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly
If he's not dead,
classified
that is.
program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Well, that's a lie.
Okay.
'Cause I ain't seen hide nor hair of him. exactly where are you guys going?
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Holy shit! The Institute can teleport?
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance.
Wow, that's sneaky.
Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Ah, hello. Okay, so this is a really cool section of the game. Oh, I really like it. Okay, so Kellogg was more of a tragedy story than anything, and life kind of forced him into that line of work. I'm not forgiving the guy for anything.
I don't know
Or
what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's
I feel sick.
done this before. How do you feel?
Not fine, I guess. What kind of side effects?
Am I okay? Are you seeing anything bad?
Don't be alarmed, but I honestly don't know what to look for. As I said before, this is uncharted territory, but your neural and physiological readings have returned to normal. From a medical
That's
standpoint,
good, I
you're
suppose.
fine. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
Yeah, they teleported
We got
away.
what we needed. The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out.
Yes, their greatest secret has finally been revealed. But that only leads to more questions. How does it work? Where do we go next?
When did they develop it? Jesus Christ.
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil. We need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions.
If he's still
Where did
alive.
the memories say he was? The glowing sea?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
I went there. It just to kind of see it.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
Yeah, why not? That wouldn't be the first time
I'll
we've
find a way
been
to
there.
get through the rats. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Great stuff. Go chat with hi Piper. Go chat with Valentine, and then I guess we'll go get irradiated. Turns out I didn't have to have that jaunt of a glowing sea to show you, but you know, what the hell? It was fun, wasn't it?
Hey,
Hi, Nick.
Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head.
Say what?
That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Kellogg?
Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did
I'm
I?
gonna have to keep an eye on him.
Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
Yeah, I think
I'll
I'll
see you
keep
around,
Piper.
Nick.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I trust you anymore if you've got those imprints on your brain of that guy. Well, looks like we're going to be a glowing sea. Lots of Rad-X and radiation suits for us.